All right, I'll call our regularly scheduled March 18th meeting to order. Miss Ashley, take roll call, please.
Peterson?
Here.
Lindberg?
Here.
Nippert?
Here.
Shaven?
Here.
Kroger? Here. Kelly? Here. Thank you.
All right, we got, we sent the agenda. One adjustment we'll probably make is on 4H. As an appointment to a particular board, I don't think it happened at the supervisors meeting this morning, so we'll just push that off until the time's appropriate. So we'll just scratch 4H.
And then the sheriff's office will take.
And the sheriff's office is out doing training convention, right?
Corrector and training, I know a training this week, so.
So we'll expect our young firemen to fill in that little void of other reports at the bottom for us here. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion. Second.
Got Peterson and Lindberg?
Yeah.
Motion by Peterson, second by Lindberg.
Peterson?
Aye.
Lindberg?
Aye.
Nippert?
Aye.
Shaven?
Aye.
Kroger?
Aye.
Kelly?
Aye.
Thank you.
Any conflicts of interest? I don't think none of us are on none of the events down below in other business, I don't think, so unnoted. Consent agenda, we have the minutes of the 3-4 council meeting and the 3-5 special council meeting. We have the claims list, 1334, for the amount of $55,219.07. We've had the expenditures and revenue reports for the month of February 2024. We have, oh, go ahead.
It should be 2025, so 2025. February 2025.
Okay, we'll go with that one. Haven't finished, did I read that yet? I would've read 24. The sheriff's statistical report for February 2025. And then we have a renewal application for High Banks Promotions LLC, doing business as Shelby County Speedway for a Class C alcohol license.
Motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Motion by Kroger, second by Nibbit.
Roll call Peterson?
Aye.
Lindberg?
Aye.
Nippert?
Aye.
Shaven?
Aye.
Kroger?
Aye.
Kelly?
Aye.
All right, we got to present to be heard and public hearing.
And I don't think A is here, so.
A's not here? Okay, we'll push that off and hold off, see if they come back. All right, Mr. Miller, your turn for parks.
All right. I'm going to try to make this quick, so if I go too fast, long agenda, so here we go.
Very long.
Update on river access project. We are scheduled for June letting now. We had to do a Class 1 archaeological study out there since we're moving spoils, and for that to get done before the letting date. The letting date had to be moved back to June. So what that means is that's when the DOT awards the contracts, which helps us out a little bit budget-wise, just because it's not in between the budget year, and also hopefully it should still be done where the public could use the access. So by the end of early fall, hopefully that'll be done. What we have up on the screen, or any questions on river access? Okay. Up on the screen we received 4 bids for lighting down at JJ Jensen. They range anywhere from $755,000 to $1,005,000, I believe it is. Still really trying to go through those bids and make sure we're fruit to fruit. You know, my brother coined the phrase fruit to fruits, apples to apples. You can't really get the same exact thing. So, and there's a couple of irregularities that I found that I'm still kind of looking at. You can buy sports lighting off of Amazon now, and I want to make sure we're not going through a company buying sports lighting off of Amazon and we're getting the best bang for our buck. So we're still in the process of reviewing that. However, I just wanted to get those numbers out to you. How things are split out, like that bid up that Jarvis has up. I had them bid it 3 different ways. One is to do all 5 fields at the same time. The high school baseball, high school softball, fields 1, 2, and 3, all at the same time. Field 4 we're leaving alone. The other one was if we wanted to do field 2 early on its own. And then the other one is the remaining 4 fields. And it's not real, we're gonna pay more to split the project up. So we pretty certainly wanna do it all in one project. So that's how all the bids have been split up. But like I said, we're still kind of reviewing those and trying to figure out what everything means. Some of them are 90 pages long, the bids, so and I'm not a lighting engineer, it's interesting trying to look through it.
There's a lot of dots.
A lot of dots, a lot of X's, a lot of, yeah. So, but I just kind of wanted to make council aware, that's kind of where the bids are. The nice thing about this is everything's less than what we were originally thinking. You know, originally we were thinking 1.2, 1.4 million, so this is significantly better than that. However, I have had the 2 lowest bids come back and say already, watch, or make a decision because watch the tariffs. The other bidder said, don't worry about it, we use all US stuff and we make things in-house, so, you know, well, just something to watch.
Tim, does this include, do these bids include the replacement of those poles that we've talked about replacing?
Yes.
That includes that?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. And that's why we originally started this, was to find out what our best option is for replacing the poles.
Okay.
And it's a great segue into replacing poles. Found a couple spot places where they do have some poles available. 4 to 5 weeks out lead time on those. I still have a couple other avenues, and I do have one company yet. They said they'd have me an email by 4:30 today to reinforce poles. They said they do reinforce sports lighting poles. So, trying to hear back from them.
Okay.
Because that's quite a bit less than replacing the poles. So, any questions on lighting at JJ or?
Tim, quick question real quick. I noticed, I'm taking a look at this first one, this Musco
Yep.
lighting application. I said where it states that the price is only permanent for 30 days only. And the quote being attained, they're $225, so I'm assuming March 25th, obviously after the fact, give or take, then we're back to square one to have it requoted and see what the price is.
Everybody's standing by their numbers still,
Okay.
as of Friday and yesterday.
Okay, that was gonna be my question, because I see the other one is 45 days.
But
for
it's
lighting.
not,
Guaranteed,
you know,
obviously.
we're,
Yeah, we're in that state of the unknown.
yeah,
kind of-
that's the problem, is,
Yeah.
you know, nobody knows what's gonna happen in 2 years with all the talk of tariffs and that for a couple of companies. What's going on now, companies are buying as many steel poles as they can right now and just putting them in inventory, so.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
fun times.
Yeah.
And then Dream Playground. Just a update on Dream Playground. We are having a pizza and puzzle night at the west side, March 27th, I believe it is. March 27th, we are full. We have 20 teams that are gonna be there for that. So it's gonna be a fun night. Great night to raise some money and also get awareness back out there with the Dream Playground project. What we're trying to do with Dream Playground, what our goal is to apply for our large matching grants in May. So we need to wrap up our local fundraising efforts, or our large fundraising efforts, to get those matching dollars. You know, obviously, we're still gonna take donations, but the bigger donations, or any donations right now, we can double up on with these large matching grants. And we're going to try to apply for those in May. And we actually hope to finish the Dream Playground project November 1st. So we're trying to move everything right along with that. With that schedule, that means we need to be pouring concrete late August, early September. And so I need to get bids out here in April. That's just a couple weeks away, so.
Let the snow melt first though, right?
Yeah. So we're looking at going out for bids. We're looking at enlisting the help of Schneider to go back out for bids. We were going to try to do it on our own, but just with timing and how massive this project is, last thing we want to screw up is a bid process. So Schneider's it'll be about $4,000 for them to help out with the bids. But that's it's a small chunk of change for a $1.6 million project. So we don't really want to mess any of that up. So we're going to enlist their help with that. So, any questions on any of those things? I think I did all right.
Not bad.
All righty.
Thanks, Jim.
Appreciate it.
Everybody.
Appreciate it.
All right, Jarvis, you want to take the spot of Roger for the little fire truck? You or maybe Rich, maybe?
I can touch base on that here a little bit in a second. Yeah, so I talked to Roger earlier today, and he kind of mentioned about the fire truck. We're worrying about the repairs and stuff. And they replaced the switch for the headlight, and it cost around $200. So, and he said that's the only update that he wanted to come up, because we weren't sure how much it would cost to do those replacement or repairs. So it was just a small switch that we're able to replace that, and it's taken care of. But he won't be here tonight, and so,
Okay.
yeah, that's all I have from him. Didn't touch anything on that.
Yeah, it just wasn't the ideal situation. So, sooner we can speed up the new one, the better. Stop worrying about these things.
Is that what created the smoke in the cab?
It's a switch.
That's interesting.
So, that's what happens with things are old.
It was a headlight switch?
Yeah.
Dimmer switch.
Dimmer switch,
like that.
for the headlight and stuff, yeah.
Okay.
But not something you should have to worry about.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Then we'll go to D, is regarding the consideration of the adoption by the city council of the proposed plans, specifications, and proposal form of contract for said improvements for the expand GA terminal apron Harlan, Iowa project.
So we just have to open the public hearing if there's any concerns.
Do we need to take a vote for that? Or
Nope.
just so the public hearing's open? Or do we need Jarvis to expand upon the topic for the public?
Give us a summary of that 394-page document.
No, we lost on that one.
Yeah,
It's just
that
the
was-
airport, they're doing expansion.
I'm assuming
And,
that's probably guidelines and stuff that they have to send out, put it on
Yeah.
document, pen and
Just the
paper.
final plans and
Final
specs.
plan inspection, yeah.
That's just a one hearing.
Yep, we'll do a resolution to,
Have we received any public comment
nope.
about it, questions?
All right. Motion to close?
Motion?
Second.
Kroger, motion, second by Peterson.
Roll call, Peterson,
Aye.
Lindberg,
Aye.
Nipper,
Aye.
Shaven,
Aye.
Kroger,
Aye.
Kelly. Aye. Thank you.
Then we have Resolution 2597, resolution authorizing the submission of application for general aviation airport improvement program and certifying eligibility requirements.
Basically, you're just looking for the motion to approve this.
But,
Just
yeah.
motion.
Second.
Motion by Lindberg, second by Kroger.
Roll call, Peterson,
Aye.
Lindberg,
Aye.
Nipper,
Aye.
Shaven,
Aye.
Kroger,
Aye.
Kelly. Aye. Thank you.
All right, talking about airports, we'll receive and file the March 11th, 2025 Special Airport Commission meeting minutes.
Motion.
Wait,
March 4th.
March 4th.
You said March 11, but we know what you meant.
It says March 11 on the notes.
Does it?
March 1st, or March 4th is first, and then March 11th.
You're on B. Go take it.
Oh, B. Yeah. It's 311 right there.
We're on A.
We're on A. You skipped one.
Did I skip? All right, we'll go to March 4th, correction. My bad.
I I'll motion to receive and file the March 4th.
How about we call that the regular report commission meetings then? Motion by Kroger,
Second.
second by Peterson.
Roll call Peterson,
Aye.
Lindberg,
Aye.
Nippert,
Aye.
Shaven,
Aye.
Kroger,
Aye.
Kelly.
Aye.
Thank
All right, let's
you.
go 4A1. Review the recommendation to approve the IDOT aviation grant application for new fuel facility as presented. And that's the new above ground
Above ground, yes.
fuel facility that's been in the works for quite a while.
Yep.
Yes.
Anybody got questions on that?
I'd move to approve those recommendations.
Second.
Motion by Kroger, second by Nippert.
Roll call Peterson,
Aye.
Lindberg,
Aye.
Nippert,
Aye.
Shaven,
Aye.
Kroger,
Aye.
Kelly.
Aye.
Thank you.
All right, we'll go to 4A2, Resolution 2597. A resolution authorizing the submission of application for General Aviation Airport Improvement Program and certifying eligibility requirements.
At the whole fuel system thing and,
Yep.
you know. We don't have a current card reader out there on the only one.
Everything's underground. They're trying to get it.
The tanks are underground.
above
Correct, yeah,
ground.
but I know I see the card reader that says like, I'm assuming like when they say card reader, I'm assuming like so people can just use their credit card to pay. Am I reading that incorrectly or?
Like we have Fuel Master out there.
Okay, so that's the card reader, okay, perfect.
Bear with me here.
You want some jet fuel in the truck or
No,
something?
I do.
48,000 gallons?
Yeah, much bigger tank, which I mean.
Thanks for helping our fuel sales, I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Well,
Local
the tank's a
town.
lot larger too, though, that we're putting in, correct, if I remember correctly, because the other one, and our usage, it had to be filled. If I remember reading the notes provided there to that. Correct.
Yeah.
I will make that motion.
Second.
Motion by Lindberg, second by Peterson.
Roll call Peterson,
Aye.
Lindberg,
Aye.
Nippert,
Aye.
Shaven,
Aye.
Kroger,
Aye.
Kelly.
Aye.
Thank you.
All right, now 4B, receive and file the 311 Special Airport Commission meeting minutes.
Never mind.
Move to approve those. Receive and
Motion by
file.
Kroger,
Second, Kelly.
second by Kelly.
Roll call Peterson,
Aye.
Lindberg,
Aye.
Nippert,
Aye.
Shaven,
Aye.
Kroger,
Aye.
Kelly.
Aye.
Thank you.
Then from that, 4B1, review the recommendation to purchase taxiway regulator from Voltmar Electric Inc. and apply the safety emergency grant to this purchase. And I believe that grant was $10,000 towards the purchase, correct?
Yep. And Boltmer was the only, or they're helping us out right now, like we're using one of
They
theirs.
loaned us one.
Yep, and they were the only Iowa company, so they thought that would be the best interest to go with their quote.
That's what they
Good
agree
job,
on.
Jarvis.
I had a motion by Nippert,
Second?
second by Kroger.
Roll call Peterson,
Aye.
Lindberg,
Aye.
Nippert,
Aye.
Shaven,
Aye.
Kroger,
Aye.
Kelly.
Aye.
Thank you.
All right, 4C, receive and file the March 14th, 2025 Insurance Committee meeting minutes.
Motion file.
Motion by Lindberg,
Second?
second by Kroger.
Roll call Peterson,
Aye.
Lindberg,
Aye.
Nippert,
Aye.
Shaven,
Aye.
Kroger,
Aye.
Kelly.
Aye.
Thank you.
And we'll go to 4C1, review the recommendation to renew the property, casualty, and workers' compensation insurance with EMC. And was health left off for a reason? We're coming back to that one.
We have
correct?
an entire different insurance meeting for health.
That's health, okay.
So,
We do every year.
Okay. Good to know.
Was there any more from the meeting after the fact? I wanted to take off a little early after that. Nothing
he
else?
just
Good.
went through everything.
Okay.
Good commentary. I mean, this is a lengthy meeting, which I don't, nothing wrong with it. It's just very good conversation and questions were asked
Yep.
to get answers to what people were looking for. Clarity.
Very much so. That's why I just wasn't sure if there's anything more about it, so. And I'm assuming that that goes in front of the HME board too, is right, or they've already to renew?
It will go in front of our board on the 25th
25th, okay.
or 27th, whatever Thursday is.
Okay. I'll make that motion.
Second.
Motion by Lindberg, second by Peterson.
Roll call Peterson,
Aye.
Lindberg,
Aye.
Knepper, Shaven,
Aye.
Kroger,
Aye.
Kelly.
Aye.
Thank you.
All right, 4D, Resolution 2598, approving the budget transfers for fiscal year 24-25.
So these are all the transfers that are in our current budget, and every year we just have to do a resolution explaining whatever transfer is, and so I attached all of them with the resolution.
Just in and out, just moving it, there's no
Yep.
change to the budget per se,
Nope,
just ins
and
and
all
outs.
these are already in the budget,
Okay,
so it's just,
For payment of benefits?
what?
Is that the screen that I'm looking? The trust?
Yep, so,
PTO for employee benefits.
Resolution 2598.
Okay. All right, I got it here, sorry. Long agenda, I gotta keep scrolling here, so we'll come back to it.
I jump around anyway, so don't
Yeah,
worry.
no, yeah. Try to keep up with Mayor Pro Tem here, it's like, okay.
For motion?
Motion.
Motion by Peterson,
Second.
second by Nippert.
roll call Peterson,
Aye.
Lindberg,
Aye.
Knipper,
Aye.
Shaven,
Aye.
Kroger,
Aye.
Kelly.
Aye.
Thank you.
4E, Resolution 2599, resolution of local support for the community garden program.
So this is,
Just continuation of.
yeah, go back to lots 21 and 22.
Yep, we're staying there because
Subdivision. We had the project came in that did not go through, and
nothing's happened with it
It's
yet.
gonna
so
be
that
utilized
gets back to allow them to
anyway.
use it as community gardening, correct? That's what the resolution states?
Mhm.
Okay. The ISU Extension Office, yeah, I'll make that motion.
Second.
Motion by Lindberg, second by Kroger.
Roll call Peterson,
Aye.
Lindberg,
Aye.
Knipper,
Aye.
Shaven,
Aye.
Kroger,
Aye.
Kelly.
Aye.
Thank you.
All right, 4F, discussion on beginning day of the work week.
So I got Glenn here to, a little bit touch base on that, because he's the one that was most affected by it, so.
All right, go ahead,
Share
Glenn.
his part.
All right, with the last update to the handbook, that we are not allowed to use comp time and earn comp time in the same week, it really complicates for us with Sunday being the start date when we work Saturday and Sunday. So then that puts us into 2 weeks that we can't use any comp time. So that's why we're asking to possibly change the date that the week starts. That way it puts our Saturday and Sunday into 1 week.
How many hours do you accrue in those Saturday, Sunday hours?
It's time and a half, so we work 2 hours and we end up with 3 hours each day.
But it's not 40 hours over a Saturday or a Sunday, right?
No, but it's over and above our 40 hours we work during the week.
Understand. Yeah. But you can accrue up to 80 hours is my understanding.
Yep, but it's hard for us to use it when we accrue it and we can't use it during those 2 weeks.
But you can use it on the third week.
Yeah, but
Right.
I'm gonna give you an example. I worked this past weekend, so I can't use it last week, and I can't use it this week, and I have this weekend off, and then I have to work next weekend again. So that takes me out for a full month.
Can you rotate the Saturdays and Sundays so you're not in the same week?
Well, we could, but I mean, who wants to work one day on the weekend and then somebody else works the other day? It just complicates things for us. With it being scheduled, our weekends being scheduled, because we're required to be there by the DNR.
And you stated that during that week, you're not allowed to use the comp time, you have to use your PTO, is that correct?
Yes.
You can't use from a bank, you're already like bank of existing?
No?
No, because it's time and a half. It's not hour for hour.
So they have to use their PTO in order to.
In the summer, the Parks is in the same boat with the pool and JJ too. Both of us are often working both days of the weekend. both Tony and I.
But again, you can accrue up to 80 hours, right?
You can accrue up
How
to
how often is that 80-hour bucket full?
80 every summer.
It's pretty often.
Every month, every week? It's not every week.
No, that their bank is full, like in the crew, because you're saying, so basically if your bank's already at 80 hours and you're on call that week, and you're basically just donating your time, you're not truly accruing the 3 hours.
Yep.
Because your bank is full because unable to use.
Yep.
Or if just the work week started on a Monday, and you work that weekend, then the next week you could use that comp time. If you're working 2 weekends in a row or something.
Is it basically just the wastewater and then like Parks and Recs? I mean, any other departments? I mean, with the on-call rotation that we'd have that this affects?
I mean, everybody's in favor of changing it just because the street department, when they have to plow on the weekends, it affects them as well.
Kelly at the Vets and Turk, if she has functions on Saturdays and Sundays, it could affect her too.
Has it always been on Sunday that the work, I mean, is it just as long as going back as we can remember?
Yeah.
Is that for payroll purpose? I mean, or what's, let me ask the reason behind?
Well, you
I
have to
don't-
establish a work week.
Correct, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just,
And it's,
I mean,
to my
I-
knowledge, it's always been Sunday through
I
Saturday.
reached out on ClerkNet, and there are cities that start on Sunday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I mean, it's all over
Yeah.
the board,
I mean,
so.
counties, we're Friday to Friday. I mean, that's crazy to say, but that's the period of how they do things. I don't
What's
know why.
HMU doing? Do they?
Ours is Monday through Sunday.
And how do your guys have comp time and stuff that are?
Yeah, but we're different because our guys get comp time per day. They get overtime per day, not per hour. So and they can use it in the same pay period. So it doesn't really matter their hours per week that they work because theirs goes per day.
So let me ask the elephant in the room question. Is there any objection if we moved the work week from Monday to Sunday?
Personally, I've been on council for 10 years, and this is the first I've ever heard this is a problem.
It's just because the handbook just got updated.
No, the
No.
handbook was the same, it
Yeah.
didn't change for anybody.
Yeah.
I talked to Steve Kinkle, and he said this was never an issue in the 40 years that he was.
Was never an issue.
That's what he told.
So they.
Wasn't an issue of using comp time the same week.
Because
before.
Terry allowed them to accrue and use in the same.
Regardless of what it said.
Which still, if you're in your busy season, it's still gonna put you behind, because if you take the time, you're still got workload, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But yours is always overtime because it's always on the weekends, so you're always that hour and that 2 hours that you're working on Saturday and that 2 hours that you're working on Sunday, it's always overtime.
Yes.
Because you've already worked your 40 hours at the beginning of the week.
Yes.
But do you have to? I mean, is that a time management thing?
No, they have to, well, I'll just speak for that, because our water plant guys are the same way. We have to have a guy that comes in.
I understand that, you have to have a
Every
guy there,
weekend.
but does it have to be the same guy there that works the weekend? I mean, in my brain, and this is me only, to me, it just seems like a time management issue to me, so.
To change the subject here just a little bit, in the last 6 weeks, we've had 3 insurance claim backups, and so I feel like we need to start working extra hours because we need to do a better job of taking care of the collection system. So we're probably gonna most likely be working more than 40 hours a week,
Right,
just to try and reduce the insurance claims,
right.
because we haven't had any maintenance and inspections done since 2020 until this last summer. So it's only gonna make this issue worse.
But again, how many hours are you collecting or working on a Saturday, Sunday in the same week?
But once we hit 40,
Right,
and if we're gonna,
but is it 8 hours on a Saturday, 8 hours on a Sunday? What are we talking?
and Jarvis and I just talked about this morning, but I'm probably gonna ask my guys to start working 10-hour days.
5 days a week, 7 days a
Well,
week?
4 days, hopefully 4 days, and then 8 hours on Friday.
Okay.
So they're gonna accrue 8 hours plus the comp time, it's gonna be 12 hours.
So does that alleviate the Saturday, Sunday then?
No, because we're still required to be there on the weekends.
But again, how many hours? 2 hours?
2 hours each day.
Okay. So 4 hours over a weekend.
Yes. But with it putting our weekend into, the weekend into 2 different weeks, it doesn't allow us to use our comp time.
Is it manpower shortage? I mean, or, because there's the youth assistant and there's 4 of you guys at the,
There's
Doug
4
and
of
then.
us, yeah.
Okay.
The same thing with, Parks Department. We've got 2 guys. There's a easy Saturday, Sunday where we're putting in 6 hours each day with the pool and JJ Jensen. So it gets to be tough to be able to use your comp time up before you hit that 80.
And maybe it's more of a payroll question. So anytime you have a crew of like overtime or comp time, are we required to put an explanation of reason of why? Is that a requirement for that to put into there? Okay.
Just a short 1, 2-word explanation, just to know.
Like called out for this or out
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
well checks
Snow,
or some
dog.
snow removal?
Dog,
Okay.
pool, game,
And are we compliant with that?
not all the time.
Okay. Are we asking why?
It's been brought up that they need to do it, keep doing it.
Yeah, our last meeting, we discussed that and say, hey,
Okay.
you have to have an explanation a little bit because it's taxpayers' money. 6
Correct,
months
that's
from
the
now,
thing. I'm
Absolutely.
saying
We're not gonna be able to
transparency.
handle
I mean, we don't want to make it difficult. Obviously, we know the fact, like when Sharon says, obviously the time management aspect of it too, but we need to understand the fact is if we're banked at 80 and we can't use comp time, on a Tuesday, if there's nothing going on, I don't see, is there a reason why you say you can't just take off a Tuesday and then utilize some of that bank so that when you're accruing, you're not donating it basically? I mean,
We
what?
can try it, but I can't make no guarantees, because there's very seldom a day that my phone doesn't ring after hours, and a lot of times I don't, unless it adds up to an extended period of time.
But all 4 of you on the same scheduled hours, like Monday through Friday?
7 to 3:30.
Okay,
Yep.
and all 4 of you are down there? Okay,
Yep.
all right, well,
I think the issue is just utilization of your comp time instead of using your PTO.
which I get it, you shouldn't have to use your, I mean,
Yeah.
And we're really,
we don't want it to be like where you shouldn't have to use PTO if you have a full comp bank, but then again, you also don't want to be essentially donating it. I mean, they're not saying
But
donating.
if you don't use your comp time, it does eventually get paid out, correct?
Not for superintendents.
Not for superintendents, but for your hourlies.
Yes,
Have
but then
you-
that, there too, that affects our budgets.
Have you ever lost any hours?
I haven't yet, because I've only been the superintendent
No, I'm
for
just curious.
roughly 9 months.
yes.
But I've had to adjust accordingly.
I'd say, Tim, in your case, where you've been,
Because you guys utilize comp time to try to save money in your budget, right?
Right.
Rather than working your full 40 hours and then paying overtime for everybody.
And that's the challenge of public dollars,
Yep.
right?
And my guys would rather have the comp time than the overtime.
Oh, absolutely.
But then when you
Yeah.
can't use it, it makes it
double-edged sword.
tough.
But have you ever been denied using it?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. What's the reason, can I ask?
Because I've gained comp time during the week and then I can't use it.
Just because of the language current.
Just within that same pay period.
Yeah.
It's only been
The
denied
same
during
work
that
week,
same work
same
week.
7 days, yeah.
So is it a matter of revisiting that particular policy rather than changing the work week, or?
Well,
I
we
guess
changed it so to have them flex the hours instead of, like, so if they go in and work Saturday, Sunday, put those down as regular hours, then it's less comp time they're taking later in the week.
But I thought the flex allowed them to be able like to say, okay, could he leave like on Thursday at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock?
Yeah.
Knowing that you have to
Yes.
go to work on Saturday and Sunday, can you just leave Thursday and Friday at 3 o'clock versus 5 o'clock and then, or it becomes more of a wash? I mean,
I guess that's a possibility, but, like during this last snowstorm, 2 of us got called out at 10 o'clock at night in that snowstorm and we were out till 1 o'clock in the morning. So we expected to take that as straight time. And then that following morning, I got called out at 2:30 or 3:30.
well, that's outside your regular work week though. But that's a call out. I'm talking about your on-call week. It's knowing that you gotta come in, you gotta be for the Iowa DNR, do all your stuff, whatever, from Saturday morning from 8 to 10 and Sunday morning from 8 to 10. You're there for 2 hours or whatever one day, then you accrue the 3 at the time and a half. Now, if you get called out at 3 o'clock in the morning for a sewer backup, that's an exigent circumstance. I would say, yeah, that should not be paid at regular time. That would be considered call-out comp time or call-out time. How?
Overtime pay?
Overtime.
But there too, we still can't, means we're getting called out, I have to take it as comp time, so then it complicates me being able to use the comp time. I was on vacation,
Because for him, he's not really getting overtime.
Correct, yeah, I mean,
I was on vacation that Monday and Tuesday when the snowstorm happened. And I had it down on my timesheet as comp time. So then I got called out Tuesday night, so now I can't use my comp time.
But the
Because I'm
comp time was
gaining comp time.
accrued earlier though, right?
But
You're talking about already accrued comp time though, right? You didn't
Yes.
accrue it that day.
no,
You
But we
accrued
still-
it.
even though it's accrued prior, we still can't use it in the same week that we're earning additional.
So I think they need to
Sounds like we
adjust
need
the
to maybe revisit that particular piece of the policy.
language of the
maybe.
employee handbook
I mean,
and authorize them to
I-
potentially.
Again,
use
my
it.
brain is not wrapping around this, so.
Cause like, so Saturday or Sunday, they would get 3 hours with the comp time. But then they wanna use comp time
after working
later
a
on in the
40-hour work
week.
week.
But they can't use it until the following 7-day period, right?
Right.
But if you already have 20 hours in your
And do
bank,
you
why
know
can't?
why that is? I mean,
Yeah.
we allow it.
Yeah, I guess that's
They-
my question.
And
comes in.
ours, if they,
Cause Gene always said
if they earn it on
that
Monday, they can use it on
They
Tuesday.
shouldn't because,
See what I'm
But again,
saying?
we're just talking about one 7-day period though.
right,
But
but
they can
why
use
would
that
they
comp time, even if
'Cause
they-
there
use
were-
it when they're
Even if
accruing?
they
He's
cannot.
like, you can't do that.
Because
That's
if they're
messing
getting-
with the system.
Because if they're getting overtime, how can they take time off? Because they're having to work
Okay,
extra, was
so-
probably his reasoning.
Can Jarvis
Like on a Sunday,
explain this or just say the full council what?
So if they accrue comp time and during the week and they have like 60 hours on the prior week, they cannot use comp
No.
time in that period of time, even if they have it in a bank account. Is that correct?
For that 7-day period.
Yeah.
Because they
So it's
accrued during
affecting
that time.
them, so if they want, yeah, so they have to use their PTO on it.
Even if they accrued
I'm
it
not sure
2
that
months
that was
ago?
the
Doesn't
intent.
matter.
It doesn't matter,
I
even
don't
if they
think
have
that was
bank
the
for 2
intent,
months
but-
ago.
No, that doesn't sound right.
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna be in completely in disagreement. So if I have 60 hours of comp and bank time that I accrued a month and a half ago,
Right.
and I'm working, and then all of a sudden you say I can't take comp time because out of my bank, because in the same, that's not right. Because I can see why it's becoming difficult to use comp time
Yeah.
then. If it's in your bank, you should be able to use it. And I think that's, from what I understand, the reason, the way it was explained. I guess I didn't know if we were locking it out or saying
I
that you
thought it
can't use
was,
it
I
because
thought it was just, if you accrued 3 hours, you couldn't use that same 3 hours.
Yeah.
on that pay
That
period.
same week, yeah.
That's what
but
I
you can
guess.
accrue that and then use your 3 hours that's in your
From your
bank.
bank.
Correct, and then 2 weeks from now, if that's all you had was that 3 hours you accrued from last month, then yeah, you would be able to take that 3 hours of comp time. So I would say we probably need to revisit
I
that.
think we need to revisit that piece.
Has it always been 80 hours of comp?
For the supervisors.
No, it got changed a couple of years ago to 80 hours.
And it
Before-
just,
And the reason for that is it's a liability.
Okay,
That's what it is. It's a liability. I mean, us supervisors don't get paid out our comp time if we
Correct.
leave. But like employees, like regular hourly employees, if they have 240 hours of or comp time and they decide to leave, they get paid out that. That's gonna destroy someone's budget.
correct, so my question is, why don't we have a cap on the fact that says what an employee can use, and then have the superintendents who don't get paid out at a higher limit, for a higher accrual limit? Because they're getting salary, they're not accruing that at the rate.
I wasn't a superintendent when that got decided, so I don't
I
know.
think we need to go back to a personnel and finance
think
and
we
have a
need to
subcommittee and have
revisit
that meet with the superintendents, because my personal, I think, I mean, yeah, if an employee can rack up 250 hours of comp time and then leave and get paid out, you are correct, that is detrimental to a budget. Where, I'm gonna throw the county in this right now, so the county, Ryan, correct me if I'm wrong, back when you worked at dispatch, what was your max accrual for a dispatcher?
It changed when it started off at 80.
80 hours, okay,
Like
so,
80,
and
yeah.
us, the department heads, we're at 120, but we're also salary, where the employee gets it, you're capped at 80. If you go over it and you take his comp time, whatever, then it's donated. I mean, you either use your time better or take it as overtime. But I think that maybe we should probably look at getting clarification on this, because, I mean, last thing you want to do is have a superintendent who's been here for 9 months or one that's been here for 15 years donating time
Right.
in reference to not getting paid out for something and not having the ability to use comp time.
Right.
Because that's how you get burnout and fatigue, and we don't want that.
And I don't think that was the intent.
Yeah, and maybe that was just an explanation incorrectly. I'm sorry that, I feel like maybe we're spending some time on this, but it's, I mean, it's not an issue for payroll, is it?
There will be changes that will have to be made
Okay.
If we change the date.
if we change the dates.
If we change the comp time, though.
There's no changes
There's
in
no
payroll.
Yeah, that's what I say.
I think that's the piece.
So the
that needs to
date,
be-
Sunday would work, you just
Yeah,
need to
Sunday-
update the comp time.
The problem
verbiage.
is not being able to use it the same week you earn it. That's where the complications come.
That's the crutch of it.
If you could use it out of your bank, but not use the stuff you earn, it would be fine.
Then we'd be happy.
Because, yeah, I don't think I recall that being the intention either.
Because like under Terry, we could do that. We were able to do that, and we didn't have a max. So comp time wasn't an issue. Okay, so now we have a max. Okay? And then the next step was, okay, now we can't use it in the same week, so it kept racking up. So that's why it's an issue now, and it wasn't historically.
I think it just needs to be changed to say comp time earned can't be used that week, but you can use it out of a bank,
Yeah.
basically, so then everybody's on the same page.
To play the devil's advocate on this, then basically, then if you're gonna, are we gonna put a limit into what an employee that's non-superintendent can accrue?
There is.
There is.
Oh, I thought you, okay.
Yeah, everyone's at 80
Okay,
right now.
okay, that's why I was confused, like when you said if somebody left and they had 280 hours of
That's why
content.
there is that's why
Okay, yeah,
we
okay,
made a
perfect.
limit.
Okay, I
But
remember
they
that,
can
but that's
go,
why I
they
was.
can keep getting 80, like once if they get down to 40, then they can accrue it again. Like our guys, they
But the
only
max
get,
can be 80 though.
yeah, ours is 45. Once they hit 45, if they use it, they still don't get to accrue more. It's 45 a year and that's it.
Is that something personnel finance, we could have a meeting and meet with the superintendents on that and get a little more clarification discussion so everybody's on the same page and then come back and bring that to full council?
Well, we might not even have to bring it to full council. I
Feel the
mean,
recommendation is?
I mean,
Well, I think we'll need to.
if we want to
Well, if we're not changing
if
work,
we want to
yeah,
up
we're
the
not changing
bank,
work week, but if
then
we have an update to the policy or whatever.
Or maybe just
employee
read it to
handbook.
see if it's just interpretation.
Yeah, I think, I mean, if that works for everybody, I think, I mean, the benefit for fairness of all, I mean, the last thing we want to do is be inconvenient or say that we have a code in place.
Because we just changed
that's not-
that long ago and I don't recall
Yeah.
that being the intention.
And we appreciate your input. I mean, you
Yeah.
guys are out there doing the dirty work, so.
Yeah, I mean, and I appreciate you guys'
Literally the dirty work.
help and, yeah.
Yeah. Does that sound doable? Just
Yeah, I mean,
revisit that?
Yeah, because it
Perfect.
never used to be an issue.
because if you could use it from the bank, that's going to solve all the issues.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm never down to zero.
So I think that is just
long
interpreting
as
it
you can use
different
it.
maybe.
Yeah, no,
Would
100%
not let
agree.
them. Jean would not let them.
Perfect.
So I don't know if we have to do that to personnel and finance, or if we can just do that behind the scenes. I don't know if we can do
I'm
that.
gonna pull out the handbook and
Okay,
read
confirm.
it.
And we should
But if
have
you
a
want to
section
change the bank,
Correct.
that
to
would
see
be
it.
personnel and
Yeah.
finance probably.
Explaining that, yeah.
I think that was the meeting that I was on the road driving to Des Moines.
You said
I apologize for that one, so.
I
No,
was
Glenn, I
at that
appreciate
meeting.
that, Tim, thank you for your input on that. Like I said, we're not trying to be difficult, we wanna work with you guys and make it show it's easy and simplicity, so.
Yeah, it just makes it difficult when you can't use it. You can accrue it
Yeah.
all you want, but then you can't use it.
And I think that was a miscommunication, I think that was somebody who was understanding that we didn't know, that's why we were thinking, like, if you have money, or you not have money, if you have comp time but you can't use it, why aren't you using it? That's why I think we were thinking it was a time management issue, but if you're being denied it because you can't use it, then that's a whole different ballgame, so. Okay,
Perfect.
appreciate your time, thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
I'll make the assumption there's gonna be no motion on 4F.
No
Let that
motion.
one die.
That one will,
Nobody's gonna motion.
no.
All right, 4F we'll punt to another time. 4G, set the public hearing date of April 1st, 2025, 5:15 PM for the status of funded activities for the City of Harlan Sewer Project.
Okay.
So we are over 50%,
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
we've gotten over 50% of our CDBG money for the grant for the sewer project. So we have to have a public hearing per SWIPCO. So they will be, I'm sure, on the April 1st meeting, so it's just
And April
part of the
1st
regulations,
Are we here at 5 o'clock on April 1st for a meeting?
a special council meeting.
Special council meeting
And
at 5
then
o'clock?
5:15 is the regular meeting.
Okay. So 5:15 is our regular meeting, how are we gonna open it up first? Oh, that's the public hearing date, disregard. I got you.
Get it together.
I'll motion for that public hearing date.
Second.
Motion by Kroger, second by Lindberg.
Roll call Peterson.
Aye.
Lindberg.
Aye.
Nibbert. Shaven.
Aye.
Kroger. Aye. Kelly. Thank you.
4H is the one that we are skipping over to a future date. All right, Jarvis, your turn, sir.
Okay. So first I'd like to start with updated employees, they'll hit anniversary years here. Susan Bremen, first year on March 1st, and then Doug Harms, And wastewater is 3 years and March 14th. And then my report, I attended several meetings. Airport meeting, we talked about the grant application for the airport apron expansion project and the DOT grant for the CCR, the constant current regulator. The airport received a $10,000 grant from the DOT for their constant current regulator. Housing committee meeting, just a little bit of history of that is housing, there's 7 members on the committee, including myself. The mission statement for this committee is to expand quality housing options and support the city growth and ensure a thriving future for the citizen and the business. So during our meeting, we identified 3 potential sites within the city limits that are suitable for the housing development. I can't disclose that information yet until we have some special meetings and stuff like that, and then after that, we'll be able to talk about it. We're working together with Harlan Industrial Foundation to discuss the plans for the housing development. Monthly managers meeting, Amanda Brewer can give us an update on library project and upcoming events that they're going to have out there. And then Kelly Miller shared the schedule for the upcoming events booked through the Vets and Turkelson Center, noting that the Pheasant Forever banquet has had a great turnout. You can attest to that.
It was pretty lively, I heard.
Yeah. And then Jeff can touch base a little bit about upcoming street project and also address the snowfall we experienced this month. I really appreciate you guys for helping the street department when it comes to the snow time. I see everybody from every department just out in the street and moving snow, so yeah, it's noted, and I appreciate you guys for that. Shelby County Awareness Alliance meeting that we had at Murtu Hospital. We went over a new strategic planning for the year 2025. Their focus is improve health, wellness, and quality of life in the Shelby County citizens. They also focus on food security and fitness. And also I was in Council Bluff for MAPA. It's a Metropolitan Area Planning Agency. They call it RPA 18, it's the regional planning affiliation. That's in Council Bluff. They provide local government with planning and technical support such as transportation, infrastructure, housing, and natural resources. They also work in the communities to identify opportunities, secure funding, and other resources for the critical projects. So there's some grants that I submitted, just trying to get some funds for the Dream Playground, but they're kind of steering me to the DOT, and we know how it works with DOT, so we're just gonna left it that way.
You got a sign. You have a sign out there, right? That kind of-
So also, we worked in the community, we had another update in our bylaws because of the population threshold. Harlan went to below 5,000, so they have to do an update on the bylaws. So we met last week, we went through that, updated. They reduced that to 2,500, and the reason for reducing that so they can maintain the membership, keep Harlan, also to allow Missouri Valley to be part of it. So we got to the 2,500.
Back over that 5,000 mark.
Yeah. And they offer grants for the...
Richard's trying.
Yeah, they do secondary road projects and stuff like streets and sidewalk and path and stuff like that, so we can apply for grants like that. So if there's any future project, we can apply for funding. Okay. And then I spoke with Harlan School Principal Jenny about J.J. Johnson lighting, and probably I'm going to schedule some time with Tim and Jeff Mosier just to identify their responsibilities when it comes to J.J. Johnson, which part is for the school, which part is for the city, and have that report and share back with her and see if there's additional responsibility that they can pick up from there. I had 2 chamber ambassador visits, Murtu Hospital for the new surgeon, and also Shelby County Historical Museum. They hire Megan Londo. So, and also submitted a grant for Parents Teacher Organization Group through a monogram. So we'll wait to hear from that. That's all I got.
That's it?
That's it? Busy man. All over.
All right, well, Mayor Jay didn't give me anything other than he's probably enjoying a little warmer weather that we're gonna have tomorrow, I'm assuming. But now we'll jump down to Mr. Todd Boulin.
Good evening.
Good evening, Todd.
Just
Got a few updates. Reminder that this Friday night is our annual awards banquet. And so that'll be held at Vets. Doors open at 5. We'll have cocktails at 5:30. We'll have supper at 6 catered by Main Street Market. Then we'll play a couple of games, and then we'll have our award ceremony and finally our auction. We got some great items donated for our auction, so we're really looking forward to that. Tickets for that are $40 per person, or you can get a table of 8 for $320. Just call the chamber office if you're in need of tickets. We're also congratulating Murphy Medical Center Senior Life Solutions. They received the 2024 Program Expansion Award by Psychiatric Medical Care, who manages that program. And I just know personally from some of the people that I run into and talk with that have used our Senior Life Solutions program here in Harlan, that it's a strong program. People really appreciate that program. The Monogram Foods Loves Kids Foundation grant is now open for application, so that's any 501c3 within 100 miles of a Monogram location can put in an application. The applications are due by May 30th, and then you'll find out in September if you were awarded. And it's really easy to do. You just go to the Monogram website and you'll see a button right there for the foundation grant. Thursday, March 27th, there's going to be a speaker program called Scam Prevention. It's going to be from 6 to 7 at the Harlan Community Library. And you can learn about scam prevention from the Shelby County Sheriff's Office and Shelby County State Bank. They are asking that in the audience, nobody under the age of 19 be in the audience for that particular presentation. Also, the Harlan Community School students are again going to do their community service day. That day will be on Wednesday, April 2nd. They've picked Friday, April 18th as a rain day. You can call Jamie at 755-3101 if you've got a project around the house that you need some help with. And the deadline to make that call is March 26th. And then also Thursday, March 20th, there's an educators night at the Shelby County Historical Museum that'll run from 4:30 to 7. So that's for any educator in the area, whether you're a school teacher or you're a homeschooler, or you do some youth service education. And what it is when they gather, they just discuss resources and share resources on information or other things that might be needed to be able to meet the needs of the kids. So this is the second time they've done it, and last year it went really well. And then other than that, that's about it from the chamber for right now. Any questions?
No.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it.
Mr. Ruschenberg, your turn, sir.
All right. Hello, everyone.
Hi, Joe. Hi, Joe.
So how's it going?
All right. Kind of my usual here, update on a couple projects. Electric overhead to underground project update. Contractor, I think, has now 2 small crews in town to keep the wire pulling equipment, placing equipment, and connecting services. They are still kind of on track. I think they're planning on being done with the project by the end of June, if possible. I think we've got all the equipment, like the switch gears, transformers are all in, or, delivered. We're still waiting on a little bit of wire yet, but that should be coming. So I think things are going well on that. We're making good progress. Raw water system improvements project. We're still waiting on approval of that new site for the deep well number 35. And of course, I think I mentioned we're looking at a new location approximately 75 feet north of the current borehole that they're going to abandon. The DNR field office has been on site to review the new site location, and they approved. But we are waiting on final approval from the DNR office in Des Moines. We're hoping to be drilling the well in 2 to 3 weeks, possibly, so kind of keep things moving on that project. Don't know if there's any questions or comments on either one of those projects or any other item.
What kind of work goes into that as far as abandoning the first deep well?
Yeah, they just gotta follow DNR or local environmental guidelines, but they'll just go back in there. They fill it with bentonite, backfill it, just make sure they seal that off so there's no contamination. Just seal it off so it can't be contaminated, and aquifer itself. And I know an update too, I guess, might as well mention too, last night we hosted the fire department, Donald Cody, our water superintendent, and I, at the water department, or at the water treatment plant, just basically going over, I think there's been a lot of people that had been to the old water plant, but hadn't been to the new water plant, as far as so everybody's familiar with what chemicals we use for the treatment process, where they're stored, so forth. So I think that was a very good thing to accomplish last night at the end of their meeting. So. All right, any questions?
None for me?
Thank you.
Thanks, Chuck.
Thank you.
Other comments from our public back there?
I got one item I forgot. With the Dream Playground fundraiser and that, we will be having a silent auction for that as well. Too many great prizes to list right now because I don't want to miss somebody is why I don't want to. But that's actually being set up at the west side Tuesday, March 25th. And then that silent auction will end the 27th at 8:30. So you have a couple days to go in there and view items and put your bids in, so.
So that's open to the public, is how I'm hearing it, not just the game participants.
Yep.
Exactly, it's open to the public, and that's why we wanted to do it early, so the public would have a chance to see it before we.
So are you charging for spectators to watch the puzzle people?
Hecklers,
You bet.
$5 at the door.
Are you good at puzzles?
Heck, yeah.
My wife is trying anything and everything to try and, because she hates
Go with her.
puzzles.
I would say Connie Lehan also needs someone for her team.
Because that would help, because then we won't have to be on.
You can't.
I think we're gonna come watch you have
Thank you.
struggles, I think we're gonna do.
Okay, good. Well, we got that clarified then. I don't want to be on two.
Nope.
You don't watch that, yeah, it goes definition of puzzle place. Oh, go ahead.
I don't know if I have to go up there, but just, I know Roger's not here, but is there an update of anything like pertaining to the department as far as truck, building, that kind of stuff you guys can tell us?
As far as, I don't think we, under public comment section, I don't think we're allowed to discuss. I mean, my recommendation would probably be, we'll probably have Roger come back for the April 1st meeting to have it discussed where it's actually present to be heard with him on the actual agenda. Just because of the fact of it being under the public comment section, we're technically not, I mean, I don't believe allowed to answer the questions that we're discussing relevant to that because that'd be more for the public comment to talk to us about things, so. Yeah, no. Come back, I would say watch for our agenda because, you know, obviously it's an interesting topic, I mean, so, but.
I'll reach out to him and get some updates, and then from there, we'll see if we can put that in the agenda.
I don't know, I mean, if we could open up to the fire department member, I mean, Roger, the fire chief as well, but I mean, obviously you guys have probably had discussion in reference to on their boards and your guys' meetings and things too, so, you know, I mean, anybody's willing, I think, from the Harlan Fire Department. I mean, we can go with the Roger, obviously, but anybody's more than welcome to attend and put their input on that in reference too, so. But
We just figured we'd come up here to kind of hear it all at once instead of like a game telephone, hear it this side, that side, so we just wanted to just come see where things are at, so.
yeah, and unfortunately, he wasn't here tonight due to another incident, so I think we'll wait and have him come back on April 1st and, or when it works on his schedule and go from there, so. It's not like we're trying to hide anything right now.
No,
Yeah, basically, we want to be the most transparent we can. It's just, unfortunately, like I said, in the public comment section, we can't really discuss that matter, so. Present to be heard.
Is our thing in late April?
John Burmeister will
It's
be on the
coming in.
first May meeting.
First week of May, yeah.
1st of May, but are we gonna talk to him before, right? I thought we had something in April, we're gonna talk to him.
I think it was gonna be at the first April meeting,
1st
but
April? Okay.
the budget's not even completed at that point, so.
No, I know that.
So I
I
think
thought
that's
we had
why
like a
we
little
pushed it
workshop
back.
with him that we were able to throw.
I think that was scheduled for the first meeting in May.
So after first.
It was originally scheduled in April and it got moved back to May.
We'd have public, yeah, okay.
So at that time, we'll have more information, bonding and all
Yeah.
that stuff, yeah.
Anybody has a couple $1 million they want to donate, we'll be more than happy to accept any type of donation. Put the
Was
plug
that
out there.
May 6th?
Yeah.
April 1st is gonna be a busy meeting too. I think we're have quite a bit on the agenda, so
Yeah,
we'll have some updates and more stuff.
setting a public hearing to approve the budget.
Yeah, I don't want to sound rude, but my opinion is we don't need any additional updates until after we talk with John in May. Be my professional and personal opinion. I don't,
On the bond.
the bonding, and I'm assuming most everybody wants to know the timing of a certain potential purchase. I think that's that's what we're looking for, right? That's the answer
The
people are
struggle
looking for.
is, you can sign it without money, so why aren't we doing it, is the biggest deal going through everyone's.
I think from
heads.
our point is, I mean, I've been on long enough, the truck has issues, we know that. I mean, I'm not saying we don't think you guys are holding us up by any means, we think there's a process. It's just, there's things that keep happening with it, we don't wanna have, I mean, say the other night that truck burned up, I mean, we're 4 years out, and you're 4 years out of aerial for the entire county of Shelby County, basically. It's just a big impact, so not that we think anybody's holding it up on purpose and like that, we're just trying to hear everything all at once, just kind of stay on tap with what's going on with everything, and just kind of keep moving along. I mean, the members in the board, they hear one side, we have, 2 members up here that are in these meetings most of the time, that things get said, maybe we missed part of it, so just kind of hear it all at once and kind of be in the know-how on it, so. And I know with the station changes possibly coming up, or that have to go on with this truck as well, just, there's a lot that's gonna affect the department as a whole and the town as a whole, so we just wanna kind of hear about it and, yeah, be part of it, I guess.
I think the key thing is the finance part of it, just to make sure that is feasible and we can be able to do it, and how we're gonna do it.
All comes down to dollars.
So once we have that meeting, then we can determine which direction we're going. Just my perspective, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying, I'm not trying to be rude, but I don't think there's nothing in April, we're gonna know anything different in April until we go to May and speak with John, is my opinion.
I'd rather have the numbers and know the impact and sign the contract, and then the impact is.
We don't want any surprises, I guess.
Surprises are not good in government. People are very well aware of. Whether it's city, county, state, federal, nobody likes surprises.
Did we answer your question first?
Good enough.
Legitimately?
I know what you really want to hear, but that's, I don't think nobody can.
So I apologize, I spoke, I guess we'd have Roger back, but it probably does make sense, to be honest with you, for us to meet with the financier. Nothing further from my side, Mayor.
Side over here? Right side?
I guess I spoke for my half. Maybe.
Tim, Glenn, thanks for sticking out there, same Jen, thanks for sticking around and having a good discussion point, and we will follow up on that. It was a good discussion, so appreciate the time on there. And, bring it to our attention so we can clarify for everybody, make sure we're all on the same page, and the best part is treating you properly is the way I look at it, right, and respectfully.
Yep. There's no use earning it if you can't use it.
Exactly.
Absolutely. All right, well, we can all adjourn and go enjoy the rest of the non-snowy evening.